My name is Alan Watson. I'm 74 and I live in the UK. This is video number 122, so thanks again to everybody who viewed my previous videos on YouTube, AJ Watson 7091. This one's about spicing up a dull marriage. I've called this one Sometimes. Sometimes there was a fire and then a spark. Sometimes the love was much better in the dark. Sometimes I'd tell her the love making was fake. Sometimes the look she gives was all it takes. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we joke. Sometimes we drink and sometimes we smoke. Sometimes she makes me angry and restless. Sometimes I just want to eat her for breakfast. She said I'm pompous, arrogant and conceited, something she often said and often repeated. Sometimes it was love and sometimes hate. Sometimes we just left it to destiny and fate. Sometimes it was hate and sometimes love. Sometimes she just needed a gentle shove. Sometimes I want to kiss her all over in the rain. Sometimes I just want to push her under a train. Sometimes I want to ask her if she'll be my wife. Sometimes I'm looking inside a drawer for a knife. Sometimes I can't sleep because she's snoring. Sometimes she tells me I'm grumpy and boring. Sometimes we give and take under the covers. Sometimes she tells me she's had better lovers. She said I'm pompous, arrogant and conceited. Sometimes she often said and often repeated. Sometimes it was love and sometimes hate. Sometimes we just left it to destiny and fate. Sometimes it was hate and sometimes love. Sometimes she just needed a gentle shove. Sometimes when I ask her if we could shower together, sometimes the look lets me know that'll be never. Sometimes she's hot and sometimes she's cold. Sometimes I have to remind her she's getting old. Sometimes she says I'm irritating and annoying. Sometimes I discover that she's not really toying. Sometimes I tell her the passion was all pretend. Sometimes she tells me she's got a new boyfriend. Thanks for your time and good health.